Hi party people, how you doing everyone? Happy Monday and welcome to the Inspired to Greatness show. It is a brand new week and it is an opportunity for us to gather together as a community of big thinking women ready to wipe the slate clean and begin again. So welcome, it is lovely to see you. I hope you have had an amazing weekend. What have you been up to? Tell me in the comments below. I've had a fabulous weekend at my Be Seen, Be Heard event. It was certainly a day of light bulb moments. In fact, I've actually decided to go have my colours done. Tanya, morning, how you doing? Nice to see you. Anita, hello Anita. We've not seen you on the show before. If you see me looking over slightly, it's because I'm looking down at the comments here. Camilla, good morning. Wow, you are hot off the press this morning, ladies. Nice of you to join me. Beg your pardon. So yeah, I hope you had a great weekend. What have you been up to? Tell me in the comments below. Also, as usual, please do introduce yourself, share a bit about you and your business, and chat to me. I love to go back to the comments after this and talk to you. Obviously, I don't do it in real time because I have a coaching call at 10:30. Melissa, hello, we've not met before. Welcome. Nice of you to join us today. So I have got a super cool topic for you today. And as always, it's coming straight out of my life. Those of you who have been following me know that I'm in the process of packing up house and home. I'm selling my life's belongings and I'm going off traveling on my own with my 7-year-old son indefinitely. So it's been like a bit of a whirlwind here trying to make that happen, although I'm holding on to the idea that, you know, it is going to be worth it. But of course, to keep my head in all of this and to keep my business running, I've been having to be super focused. So today we're looking at the Savvy Girls time-saving tips, because I know you're all savvy, that make more money and help you get more shit done. Let's face it, because who doesn't want that? Hands up. Give me some hands up in the comments below. Give me some emojis. Give me something. Who doesn't want a bit more money and definitely some more time to play with? There isn't one of us, is there? So yeah, that's why I've chosen this topic today. And so I'm going to be sharing with you my insights this past few weeks and exactly what I'm using in my business, because if it's working for me with the amount of stuff I've got going on, it's going to work for you too. And as you know, I like to share all of my wisdom with you so that we can all come up together and really have cracking businesses. So what have you been doing this weekend? Tell me in the comments below. Most of you know that I hosted my Be Seen, Be Heard event. It was fabulous. We had a very small but beautifully formed gathering, partly because I've been so busy and hardly promoted it. But one of the things I was saying to the ladies there is, you know, you should always show up for one person in the same way that you'd show up for hundreds. And I'm so glad I did. It was such a lovely energy. Everyone had some light bulb moments, and even I did, because I hosted it with Kate Nicholson, who is a personal stylist and color analysis. So I'm going to be going to have my colors done, which is a good time because I've sold all of my clothes, or most of them. And the plan is to, you know, for every new garment I buy, it's all going to be the right colors for me and all, you know, a nice capsule range. So anyway, that's been what I've been doing this weekend. Charlie, hello, good morning. Marie, you were there on Saturday, weren't you? Thanks for joining me today. Yeah, let me hear from you. Let me hear your comments. And as always, ladies, give me some emojis, you know, smash those buttons all along here, along the bottom. Give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up, laugh at me or laugh with me, whichever you want. Let me hear what you're thinking as we go along. Also, if you know other women like you, like me, who are running a business, who are coaches, consultants, therapists, service-based business owners, as opposed to someone selling a product. Service-based business owners. If you have girlfriends, work colleagues, business colleagues who are like that, or even people who are just setting up business and are not quite there yet, bring them on in. Tell them to join the party. The more, the merrier. Invite them into this group, because we go live here with the Inspired to Greatness group every Monday. And as those of you who've been here a while know, I'm always doing various trainings that will help you really boost your business. So share the love, invite other people. And the other thing is if you are listening into the replay, then hit that in the comments below. Say replay and let me hear what you're thinking as you go along, because I do look back at every single comment. Nothing goes amiss with me. And so chat to me as we go along. Charlie's saying, I have just joined. Have I missed it? No, I've literally just started, just doing the welcome. So, as I said, today we've got a super hot topic. We're talking about savvy girls' time-saving tips that will make you more money and get more shit done. Let's face it, we want to do that. There isn't a single one of us who doesn't want to find more time, get more done without being frantic, without being frazzled. But before I get into that, I just want to do two quick announcements. This coming week, Friday, I am hosting my final Inspired to Greatness Coffee and Connections here in Brighton. From this point forward, I may be doing them internationally in different countries. And of course, I will host them again every time I'm back in the UK. But Fridays, Inspired to Greatness Coffee and Connections, it's my send-off meeting. So I would love you to come along. We meet at 10 a.m. If you want to come find out more about it, either post in the comments below and I'll send you the details, or you can go to victoriaplayer.com/gigs and you can find all of my events there. You'll see it there. So that's a quick announcement. And the other one is, many of you have heard me talking about speaking a lot lately. I am just reopening my Speaking Superstar one-day small group intensive for women like you who really want to up-level their visibility, be seen and be heard, and start to get their message out to more people. So this is happening on the 14th of April, and I'll be teaching you my complete step-by-step system for quickly designing, marketing, and presenting a compelling signature talk that wins hearts and minds, rapidly builds your list, and reliably transforms a high percentage of your audience into eager paying clients. Now, if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, post in the comments below and I'll send you the details when I have them up. Okay, so that's the announcements out of the way. Any questions, post them in the comments and I can give you more. So let's get into today's topic. Savvy girls' time-saving tips that make more money and help you get more shit done. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to speak about this topic is it's something that is prevalent for all of us at some point or another. I mean, I've been in business for 10 years now, and it still happens to me. However, I've created certain systems that support me, that help me stay more focused, that help me stay consistently moving towards the things that are going to shift my business forward, towards the things that are going to make more money. And so one of the problems I see, though, is that a lot of women, they simply do lack that focus. When women come to work with me for the first time, one of the main reasons is they feel like they're spinning. There's so much out there that we could be doing or should be doing that we're just paralyzed. There's too much choice and too much to focus on that we end up doing everything poorly. We end up feeling scattered. We end up feeling really overwhelmed and stressed. running at 100 miles an hour, yet really going nowhere very fast. Hands up in the comments below. Any of you, give me some thumbs up, give me something. Any of you in that zone right now? Yes? In the comments. Because it's like entrepreneurial ADHD, isn't it? It's like the curse of the woman entrepreneur. And so although these don't seem like business building tips, if you don't get this down, the rest of it just is such a nightmare journey, feeling like an uphill battle. I also find that a lot of women are just stuck in the doingness, in the busy work. They're not really focusing on the things that, one, will move their business forward, and two, will actually bring them the money. Because let's face it, that's what business is, whether we like it or not. If you're not making money in your business, you don't have a business. You have a very expensive and time-consuming hobby. Hate to break it to you, but that's sort of true. So this piece is so important. I find also that a lot of women get stuck in that business, going through the motions, really, and this truthfully is often what it's about underneath the busyness. The reason for that is actually because it's a very, very sophisticated form of hiding. Anita's putting her thumbs up. Anyone else on this one? Anyone relate to this? I'm sure you do. And what happens is it just keeps you in that stuck mode for a long, long time. Just be careful not to mistake doingness and busyness for business activity. Because when you are focusing on the right things and when you're working in a streamlined fashion using the tips I'm about to share with you, everything is on point. You know what you're doing, you know why you're doing it, and most importantly of all, you know what the outcome's going to be. You're not just doing it for doingness sake. And that's so important, because this is what has women give up on their business. This is what, women get so that they're running at 100 miles an hour. Sheila, good morning. Nice of you to join us. Feeling burnt out, feeling stressed out. And listen, if you're doing this for a long time, you're going to blow out your adrenals. You are going to be FUCK'd, because your body, women have a lot going on anyway. Running house, running home, running kids, you know the deal. You know the deal. And the last thing you want to be doing is being in unbelievable amounts of doingness and busyness in your business. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to be working. It doesn't mean that you don't have to put that work in. I'm not trying to sell the magic pill, because there isn't one. There's no question about that. But, you shouldn't be having to... The things you do, you need to know that they're bringing you the outcome that you desire and bringing you the results that you desire. If you're working really hard and not seeing results, then you need to question what you're doing. Also, a little caveat on that is it's not to say that you should give up the first time you try something. I had a conversation with someone about this recently. A lot of women try things once and it doesn't work immediately, and then they self-abandon and say, you know what, that didn't work, let me move on to the other thing. And business success is always about being persistent and consistent. Showing up, then showing up again, and tweaking and perfecting your process, not just abandoning it completely the minute it doesn't work. So this is why I wanted to share these points with you today, because if you are in busyness, you need to check yourself for a minute and just really ask yourself, am I being busy for busyness sakes? And is this actually a sophisticated form of hiding? Because often when women are always on the go, they don't have to do the one or two things that they're truly resisting. And those one and two things that they're resisting are usually the things that will bring them the breakthrough in their business. It'll be that tipping point. I had this conversation with a client just last week. She was saying, Victoria, I've done everything you've said and it doesn't seem to be working. And I said to her, but you haven't. You haven't done the one thing, the main thing that I've asked you to do. And that is the thing that you are most afraid of doing. And so you're dancing around it, doing everything but the one thing that's going to bring you the breakthrough. And so that's the work we were doing with her to help her move through that resistance and that fear to show up in a bigger way and up level and be that woman who's having those breakthroughs, who's having the big income leaps, who's being more visible, who's positioning herself as an authority in the marketplace, because that's when the money comes in. So you can see how important this is. So let me get straight into the tips today. I hope you've got a notepad and pen. And if someone could summarize in the comments below, that would be really great for anyone who's missed, sometimes they miss steps or listening into the replay. So post in the comments with the summary. So the first step I want to share with you today is to schedule time in your calendar for planning every single day. Make an appointment with your business success, because these time-saving tips, if you actually get focused, it will save you time. It means you get more shit done in less time and less time floundering around thinking, oh my God, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? Oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh my God, my to-do list is massive. When we have a to-do list like this, it just blows our minds. And, we could just go through it so slowly and, oh my God, I've got more things to do. So schedule that time in your calendar on a day-by-day basis. It's a date you keep with your destiny. And in that time, you sit down and you plan. You plan for the day ahead, so that whatever you're focused on the next day is the right thing, the thing that's going to move you forward towards the things that you desire, which is more income, getting more done in less time, experiencing results. Yeah? So that's the first piece. You decide what time of day that is. For me, I do it in the evening. I actually sit down at a certain point every evening and I review my day, I review what I've done, and I review what needs to be done the next day. So what should you do in this time? Well, this is what I've been doing the past week, and my God, just in a matter of days, I have achieved so much, whereas before that, with all my move happening and having to sell my belongings and all the plans I have to make for my travels, there's just so much to do. I just wasn't getting stuff done, the important stuff. But since I started using this, I'm just knocking it out of the park. So what should you be doing? Well, the first thing is to draft out the projects you're working on. So for me, just as an example, it's the launch of my Speaking Superstar program. It's, I'm having to transform a number of my different packages so that I can work in a more location independent way, so I can work with more people in less time, because many of you know I'm also homeschooling my son now, as well as traveling, or will be traveling. So I'm having to really shift my business model. So all of my different packages are having to be tweaked and changed to suit my new lifestyle choices. So, I've got my Speaking Superstar program, my Momentum program that's being altered, my Shine program, which is for clients who have already worked with me and are looking to take their business up to the next level, visibility strategies, the stuff I need to make my travels happen, personal stuff, dealing with redirecting mail and all the things that need to happen to make sure I'm completely mobile. And so basically I just blocked out, done a list, titles, almost like a headline for each major thing I'm working on in my life and in my business, both of them. Because as we know, if it's all going tits up in our personal life, then that has an impact on our business. So you need to have the personal stuff in there too. So list what they are first. And then the third step is to brainstorm everything that you need to do for each of those headlines. And, literally everything. Step by step by step. I need to do this, then I need to do that, then I need to do this, then I need to do that. Break it down. And do that for each project you're currently working on. Tanya's saying, that sounds like me. Let me have a quick look at your comments. Yeah, I've been overwhelmed and unfocused before, and it led to burnout. Absolutely, it really does. That's what makes women give up on their business and go back to full-time employment, because they just get burnt out. So anyway, so draft out your projects, then brainstorm each of the steps you need to use to complete those projects. And of course, over time, you may be even adding things in as you go along. Don't worry if you haven't got all of the steps initially, just start from where you're at. Then the fourth step is to break down the tasks into even smaller bite-sized chunks. So, for example, I was doing some work yesterday because I had some time off during last week. Sometimes I do work at the weekends because I take weekdays off instead. And I was working on a particular package of mine, a program of mine. And so there was a number of things I needed to do. But within the things I needed to do, there were other smaller tasks within that. And that's the key. It needs to even be broken down even more, because what I'm going to ask you to do is tackle some of these areas each day. But if you give yourself too much to do, you're simply going to be an overwhelm again. So within each task, what other things need to happen within that? And then break those down as well. The fifth step is to then, once you've done that, you've got your list, it's like a working document that you are using all the time. I have an online journal that I use for mine that links up to my iPhone so that I can update it whilst I'm on the move, or you look at it on my laptop. But that way, as I do things, I can cross them off. But it's like my working list of everything that's going on in my life. So then the fifth step is to take 6 things from that list each day in order of priority. Just 6 things. So obviously when you've brainstormed all the steps out, you probably put them in some semblance of order of what needs to be done in what order. And so take the thing from the top of the list and pick 6 things every day, put those on your to-do list, and then do them. Start your day by doing them first. Now, the great thing about this is it means that you're tackling the things that you may have been resisting previously. You're doing those first. So that in itself is going to give you so much a greater sense of ease and calm. And trust me, when you do it this way, if what I want you to do is do these 6 things before you've looked at email, before you've answered all your Facebook messages. I mean, you can do that in the later on in the day. It's not absolutely essential. I check email once a day. And so do these 6 points first. And then anything, once they're done, you've done what needs to be taken care of to move your business forward. The things that are going to bring you results, that are going to bring that money in. And also, I can tell you, the sense of ease it brings it's absolutely worth it. Because in the evening, you will lay your head on that pillow and feel like, you know what? I did well today. I did what I needed to do, and I've done enough. Because how many of you, post in the comments below, yes, in the comments below, if you are someone who goes to bed, you finish your day every day feeling, oh, I've not really done enough, oh, there's more to do. If that's you, then you absolutely need to implement what I've just shared with you, because it will make you feel so much happier on the inside. It will give you that feeling of achievement that you've actually done something positive to move your business forward. So once you've gone through your list of things, then you're free to do whatever else you need to do, or take the day off. Whatever feels like the right thing. Tanya's saying, yes, always more to do. Indeed. And that's one of the things I say to my clients. And one of my biggest learning curves in my 10 years in business has been that you need to understand, as women entrepreneurs, you will never get it done. The nature of this work, no matter what niche you are in, is that there will always be more to do. Because if you are called to be in business, you are a creative, you're an ideas girl, you're a self-starter. You're doing it because you don't want the monotony of a job. And so the type of people that we are, we've always got the next project to be working on, or the next greatest idea, or this thing that I could be doing next. And so as soon as you get to where you want to go, you're already creating the next to-do list. So understand that you may as well enjoy this journey, because if you're always in that chasing mode, it will burn you out in the long run. Sheila Richards is saying, I write long lists but tick off items too slowly, easily distracted, procrastinating. It's difficult to relax with lists unfinished. Exactly. It is. And what I find is that even in your downtime, even when you're supposed to be relaxing, you're not, because you're always processing that list up here. Whereas if you've done your 6 things that you know are going to bring you results and positively, proactively move your business forward every day, you can feel good. Joanna, nice of you to join us. And then you can chill out. Your me time really is me time. And then you can be more present for your family. You're more present for your friends. You're more present to enjoy your life. And that's surely what we're aiming for. That's why we have chosen to be in business, so that we can design it in a way that supports our lifestyle choices rather than becoming a slave to it. So just to recap then, step number 1 was to schedule time for planning every day. Number 2 was to draft out each of the projects that you are currently working on in both your business and your life. Then brainstorm everything that you need to do for each of those projects. Step number 4 is to break down the tasks into small bite-sized chunks, something that is easily doable each day, that's not going to be too overwhelming. Step number 5 is then to pick 6 things from each of those segments, each of those projects that you're working on, and commit to doing them every day. And then do them first in the day. Do everything you can to complete them. Do not go to bed until they're completed. And then, of course, make sure you do these every morning. First thing, get them out of the way and plan for them every single day. So that every morning, as soon as you sit at your desk or start being in your work zone, you're on it. You're straight into it. No worrying about what you're going to do next. No checking email. No checking Facebook. Okay? Sound good? So how do you like this? Put me some fire emojis in the comments below if you have found this beneficial and you're going to actually commit to using it. Because one thing I'm going to challenge you ladies on, one thing I'm a real stickler on with everyone, whether you work with me or not, is don't let this just become more information that's cluttering up your brain. Go and use it, because it's only when you use this stuff that you get to see the difference. Oh my God, so many women are just looking at everything out there, just absorbing more and more and more information. Stop, slow down, get focused and say, right, how am I going to implement this? And that's one thing I'm known for. I give value. If you use this, it will work. So I challenge you this week, ladies. We're on Monday. All of you here watching this now. Fire. We've got all the fires. So you ladies who have just put the fire emojis up, who are feeling the fire, I challenge you this week, every day, to do this. Come back into this group, okay, and tell me the difference it makes. I'm telling you, if it doesn't change things, I will eat my hat. I will. Darcy, hello. Nice of you to join us. So that is it. That is your challenge for this week. And come back, tell me how it is. I want to report from every single one of you. Those of you who are listening into the replay, those of you who have listened in live, come in and tell me, oh my God, today was much better. I got more done. I feel less stressed. I feel happy that I'm achieving something, that I'm moving things forward. Let me hear from you, because that's what lights me up, to know I'm making a difference. So that is it from me for today. I've got to scooter off now because I have to jump straight on to another coaching call. But have a fabulous week, everybody. I've got some exciting things coming up, so do watch your inbox and watch Facebook for that. It'll all be happening in this group, I imagine. But other than that, go get them, girls. Go and make this an extraordinary week. You can do whatever you choose. You can be whomever you choose. Let's make this week count. Do something amazing and stay connected with me. Let me know how you get on. So that's it from me. This is Victoria Player signing out. Bye for now. Have a great week, everyone.